Do you have a big PTO event that you need to get the word out about, but you're kind of like, ugh, I'm overwhelmed because I don't even know where to start? Well, you're in luck. Today, we are going to be talking about 21 different ways to publicize your PTO, either the PTO itself or the event or the fundraiser that you have or a community program that you are offering without even thinking about it. Like, it's going to be so easy once you know these 21 different ways to do it that you're going to be like, aha, now I know exactly what to do, and it is going to be no problem. So before I start listing off the 21 different ways, I'm curious, what is your favorite way to promote your PTO? So let me know down in the comments and I will see if it matches what I am about to tell you. Just kind of curious if I should have 22 ways or 23 ways, or if there's even more that I am not aware of. So go ahead and share. I cannot wait to hear from you. So the very first place that you should be talking about your PTO things is in the school newsletter. So chances are your school counselor, the principal, the assistant principals are sending home a newsletter to students, either via paper or more likely electronically, and or parents about what is going on in school. So this is a perfect place to jump in. For example, if you're planning your after prom, then you can say, hey, 12th grade assistant principal, can you please add this blurb about our fundraiser for the after prom in your next newsletter that you send home to parents? Easy peasy. He's already sending it. So totally easy for him just to cut and paste your information, pop it into the newsletter, and you're good to go. Okay, the second way that you need to be publicizing your PTO stuff is in your PTO newsletter. Yes, your group too should have a constant source of information that is going out. And if you need a template for a newsletter, I will pop a link to my favorite kind of template in the description below. Okay, number 3 on the list of places to promote your PTO stuff is on your PTO's social media pages. So if you don't already, you want to make sure that you have a presence on social media. I would highly recommend Facebook and perhaps even starting a Facebook group if you want more information on that. Again, I will drop a link to that resource I have on how to get engagement on Facebook because it is such a continual problem for PTOs. Also see if you can piggyback onto the school social media pages. Quite often they're looking for content. And so if you can provide some pictures and a little blurb that they can simply cut and paste into whatever social media platform they're using, then they're going to go ahead and do it. But you have to make it already formatted for them to kind of just simply cut and paste, plop down, hit post, and be done with their life. If you make it so that they have to kind of take your information and put it into an intelligible little blurb, then it might not happen. So go ahead and make it ready to go. If your PTO has a website, either your own or via the school, like if you have a page on your school's website, then go ahead and post your information there. Similarly, if your PTO has a standalone website, then go ahead and see if your school will also post a link to your website so that people can find it, and also post the information separately there. Posting a flyer above the copier in the teacher's lounge is a really smart way to get teachers in the loop, because they will be standing there copying and be bored and will look up at your flyer and will know what is going on with your group. And you can also just post them in other places in the teacher's lounge, like put a few copies on the table. Teachers will look at them. It'll give them something to talk about. And like I said, they'll be better informed so that they can, if it piques their interest, then they're most likely going to share it with their students. Take advantage of the morning announcements by drafting a little blurb to be included. So this is a great way, since students are primed to be listening for the announcements. And also some schools are even taking the next step of sending them to students via email too, so that they have it in writing and they're hearing it. And so this will make it more actionable for the students to get involved with something. If they hear, like, for example, that you need volunteers to run the football concession stand, then if they're hearing it on the morning announcements and then seeing it in their email and there's the link, so that they can go ahead and sign up to volunteer. Well, I bet you're going to get some volunteers. So again, it's about reducing the amount of hoops and also getting your message everywhere so people are hearing it multiple times, because that is truly when people take action. Because chances are, if people hear things just one time, they're going to ignore it. 2 times, still ignore it. I think it's something like 7 times that people need to see something or hear something for them to kind of internalize it and begin to take action on it. So that is a lot. So that is why I'm giving you all these different places to publicize things. And yes, you need to use most of them, because not everybody is everywhere. Like, there are plenty of people who don't have social media profiles, or they have them, but they don't even log in because they have them because, I don't know, maybe they have them for work or whatever, but they're not like checking them. The next place to take advantage to publicize your PTO stuff is on your city's Facebook page. So yeah, reach out to them. They're going to be wanting to support you, and because community members, they're the ones sending their kids to the school, so they're going to want to know what is going on. Do you have a community Facebook group? Perhaps one that's just set up for your like city name for people to chit chat and talk about things that are going in their city? Join that group and see if you can post about your PTO's fundraiser, or taking that same idea, look at if your group has like a community buy sell trade group, or a buy nothing group, or a next door group. Those are all great places where people are meeting online, and so you can disseminate the information there. Don't forget to decorate a school bulletin board. Yes, kids do pay attention to those things every once in a while, and teachers will pay attention to, and then as well as parents who might be in the school for either a meeting or for a program, and they could walk by and see kind of what is going on. So take advantage of that free real estate that's available in your school. If your school has a marquee out front, either digital or like old school where you have to slap the letters up, see if you can get your PTO meeting listed there, or your event, whatever you want to have publicized, see if you can get it listed there. You will get more eyes on that as people are driving by every day. I mentioned the city before in their Facebook page, but does your city have like a newsletter that gets sent out, either print or digital? Like, I know my city does a weekly newsletter, which is really helpful. And sometimes we take advantage of that by putting our different fundraisers in the newsletter so that community members can help support. So this is a great idea if you're doing like a restaurant dine to donate. Other people like to not cook and eat out too, so it is a great thing to advertise. So all of these ideas kind of have the same thing in common. It's just hitting people at different places where they're going to be out and about in the world, or where they're getting news. So I would also be sure to post flyers and information at your city hall, because people are going in there to conduct business. So go ahead and post flyers there, because people are in those locations to do business, and so they're going to see it and will take action. Your local YMCA is the number, 18th on the list of places that you should be publicizing your PTO events. It's a community center where people are gathering, so it's a great place to get your message. Don't forget to post information at your school's Board of Education too, because there are district employees that go to work there every day, and people that are coming in, like vendors who are trying to get different contracts, parents who are enrolling their kids for the school for the very first time. So there is going to be foot traffic in there that you will not have access to other places. So be sure to add information there. And so for the last 2 ideas for number 20 and 21, we have giving information to local businesses. If you have a business who has supported your fundraiser in the past and you have access to their email address, go ahead and don't be afraid to email them with the information. And then if there is a local business that has like a bulletin board, like a community bulletin board, go ahead and add your information there. Now, I know I've said that you need to post things multiple places, but that doesn't mean you have to do it multiple places, or I should say, not all of these places every single time. This would take stinking forever. This is also kind of one of the reasons why I suggest having a set communications chair that's all their job is to do, is to push out information, because the job of marketing your events and your PTO is really crucial. And so having a dedicated volunteer whose sole job is to get the information out about your programs, fundraisers, ways to get involved, can really positively impact your PTO. I'm excited to help you get your PTO's message out into the world. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All these resources and more are waiting for you at ptoanswers.com.